Hello my friends, Paul here at RoJoBe Music, and welcome to what I believe is part 6, I've lost track of it, of the Yamaha acoustic guitar refurbishment and setup. So in the end of the last video I was checking the string action at the 12th fret, and I'll just recheck it now. Glasses required. Okay, so the action at the bass E, or the 6th string, is just a shade over 3 millimeters, and at the treble E, or the 1st string, round about 2.5 millimeters. Okay, it's not quite as low as I would have liked to have got it, but it's good. That's a good action. And the problem is, what I've come to notice with this guitar, particularly when I was doing the fret leveling, the frets are a bit more worn than I first realised. They are pretty low, so it's quite difficult to get a really low action without getting buzzing. So I'm pretty happy with that action, to be honest. And the saddle height, there is none. It's set very low in the bridge. I'm not sure how well you can see that, particularly the side nearest to me, which is the treble side. It's just barely sticking above the slot. Very, very low action, which is really, really good. So checking the action at the nut end. Let's just bring you in a bit closer there. I have already off camera adjusted the height for the two outer strings, the 1st E string and the 6th E string, so they're about perfect now. The 1st E string, is so little clearance there, but that's what you want it as close as possible. But I've still got a little bit of adjustment to do on the others, so let's just check from 6th, yeah, that's fine. 5th, actually that seems okay. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. 1st, yeah, that's there. 2nd, the B string, yeah, that needs to come down quite a bit. 3rd and 4th. So 2nd, 3rd and 4th strings still need to come down a little bit. So I'm going to start with the 2nd string, the B string. I want to get that as close to the 1st string as possible. Now, the reasons for getting the action down, particularly at the nut, is for good intonation, apart from anything else, but also if it's too high here, it's really hard to press down to fret the string. And compared to the 1st string, which I've already tried, that's nice and easy to fret all the way up. But the 2nd string, the B string, you have to press quite a bit harder. And you know, it's obviously harder work on your fingers, and it does affect the intonation, only very slightly, but it does affect it. So actually, before I do that, I just want to check the intonation. It should be pretty much spot on. It's a little bit high. So I'm going to check the intonation first at the bass E string. Come on. Okay, that's close enough. It's actually a little bit sharp. A little bit sharp. Yeah, it's a tad sharp. It's not too bad. Okay, and the high E. It's also slightly sharp. That's fine, no problem. I'm going to check the B string as well. B string on any guitar is is always the problem string for various reasons, which I'm not going to go into now, but you often get problems with the B string. Okay. It's interesting. It's a little flat, the B. Let's just check the others while I'm here. G. A little sharp. D. Very slightly sharp. A string. Again, ever so slightly sharp. So all of the strings are intonating slightly sharp. Apart from the B string, which is intonating slightly flat, which is interesting. Now, that's not unexpected because, as I said, for some reason the Yamaha guitars do not come with a compensated saddle. I mean, I could put one in, but it's quite difficult to find one the right size because the Yamaha saddle and saddle slot is longer than most other guitars, so that would be quite a problem finding that. But to be honest, it's like 1 to 2 cents out on each string, which is not a great deal at all. And you know, for most ears, you're not even going to really notice that. It's so close that it really doesn't matter. Okay, so I need to lower the action at the nut on the 2nd, 3rd and 4th strings. So I'm going to start with the 2nd string, the B string, so I need to loosen it off a bit, take it out of the slot, and using my nut slot files, I've got 3 of these and each side has a different gauge for each different string. So let's just make sure I get the right side. It's really difficult to see the difference. Okay, so I'm going to file the nut, the slot, and I need to angle kind of downwards so that the point at the back of the nut here is the last point that the string touches. And it's really important to keep that angle because you don't want to do it flat and then end up with the string, the last place it touching near the front, because then you'll get incorrect intonation. And also, you've got to sneak up on this. You can't take off too much at a time, so just a small amount to begin with. I'm really going to sneak up on it, take my time over this. Okay, let's put that back in. How are we looking? Yeah, it's still high. Still needs to come down a bit. Barely took any off at all, really. Okay, let's try that. How are we looking now? Yeah, it's coming down, but it still needs to go a bit more. Really don't want to take off too much at a time, so I'm just taking tiny little bites out of it each time. That's looking much better. So I need to go a little bit more, maybe. No, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm happy with that. Okay, moving on to the third string, G string. Let's see. Yeah, it definitely needs to come down a bit. Oops. What am I doing? I don't know. Okay. Just a small amount. Check that. Excuse me. Yeah, a touch more. Still needs to come down a little bit. Try that. Oh dear. Okay, so that's oh, there we go. Get up to tension. So this is what you've got to be careful of. I've gone down just slightly too far. And now we've got some buzzing on the first fret. So that's going to have to come back up again, which is more difficult than taking some off, believe. Alright, let's go to the D string. Okay. So what I'll have to do with that one is fill it with a little bit of super glue and some plastic shavings. Let that set and then refile it. It's not too difficult. It's just annoying more than anything else. Okay, I'm happy with that already. Let's get it up to pitch. Let's get all the strings up to pitch so I can check them properly. Okay, so I'm going to have to bring the, the G string back up a little bit, fill in the slot and redo it. But other than that, it's done, it's finished. Yeah, that's not a big problem. I had this exact same problem with the high E string and I fixed that. That wasn't a problem, so I'll be doing the same with that. And voila, she is finished, or almost finished. Just got to, as I said, fill in that slot with a little bit of super glue and, well, basically filler, and then recut it, and it will be absolutely fine. I mean, it's almost there. If you're really light on the string, away, but Yeah, so that will need to be redone. That's going to take me only a few minutes, which I'm not going to record that because it's you know, it's pretty boring. Just fill in the slot with a little bit of super glue and plastic shavings to make a filler, and then recut it. But what I'm going to do that now. So I'm going to just pause the video here, redo that slot, and then bring you back to show you the actual finished product. Okay, so again, for you it's going to be a second. For me it's going to be however long it takes to redo that nut slot. Okay, so I'll see you in a second. Okay, welcome back everybody. It's been a mere second for you, but I've had quite a lot of trouble with this. I think this nut that's on here, it's much softer than, I mean it is a plastic nut, but it just seems much softer than other plastic nuts I've used. I don't know why, but you saw how easily it was to go from too high, oh, too low. So you've got to be really careful, sneak up on it. And you know, I've been working on this for quite a long time, since what was for you, like I said, a second ago, and I finally got it. So I was having problems with the B and the G string slots, in that I cut them too low, and I've had to sort of refill them and redo them, and it's taken quite a bit of work to, you know, to get it fettled in the right place. But now the action on the first fret for all 6 strings is just about perfect, thank God. So we're not getting any buzzing now. I'm only going up to the 7th fret, checking for buzzing, because I know that there wasn't a problem beyond that. It was all at this top end where we had the problem, and now it's finally sorted. And the action is really low at the nut and at the, well, it's very low at the nut. It could go a little lower at the 12th fret, i.e. the saddle, but we've already got very little saddle above the slot. So, you know, it's reducing the brake handle on the strings behind the saddle, so I don't want to go any more than that. So this is pretty much set up as perfect as it's ever going to be now, and it is good. It's just that it's taken a little bit more work than usual to get to this stage. But let me just check the tuning. Also, I broke the G string, so I had to put another new one on. Not a big problem. We'll go the wrong one. Obviously the strings will need to bed in a little bit, stretch out, but at long last on this little project we are there. Okay, let's just move you back there a bit. Okay, so it's been a little bit of a journey with this one. You always encounter some problems when doing jobs like this, especially on an older guitar. But, you know, it could have been a lot worse. Let's just check for buzzing again. What? That's just my terrible fretting, because I'm left-handed, this is right-handed, it's quite awkward for me. round, do it the wrong way round. Just bring you down a bit. So I'm going up to the 12th fret now to check for buzzing. Okay, that's pretty much spot on. Well, it is spot on. Okay, so this little project is finished, ready to go back to the customer. I'm hoping they'll be happy with it. I'm sure they will be. It's a different guitar to when it came in. It's been a little bit of a journey getting to this stage. Encountered a few problems, nothing unusual to be honest. And I think in the future, when I buy nuts and saddles and the like, I'm going to get some slightly higher priced ones because these were, you know, not expensive, and you know, they're not as good. The plastic tends to be a bit too soft, and over time, you know, they kind of deteriorate. I mean, it's good for another 20 years, I should think. And okay, so that's this project done. Really hope you've enjoyed this project and all its little ups and downs. And as I said, it's now ready for the customer. So we'll give them a call, get them in, and see what they think. So I'm not quite sure what or when the next project is going to be. Don't have anything on the cards at the moment, but there is something that may be happening soon. I'm not going to tell you what. It's to be a surprise, but there may or may not be something happening to RoJoBe music in the next couple of weeks. We're not sure yet. As I said, I'm not telling you anymore. We will see what happens, and if so, that will be another set of videos, however many I don't know, because it's going to be quite an interesting thing that's going on if it does happen. So if you have enjoyed this video and this sequence of videos, please leave a comment. Thumbs up would be good. Share with your friends, family, etc. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. And why not encourage some of your friends and family to subscribe as well, trying to get the figures up. So this project and the previous one, basically the restring on the Yamaha F310, these are the first videos I've made and uploaded for a couple of months. But I hope to start, you know, uploading more videos again, more frequently, and yeah, so we'll see what happens next. Okay, and in the meantime, please take care, look after each other, look after yourselves. Peace out.